Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Welcome back to the Sunday tier in Performance Racing League. Just gonna put in everyone. We're live. Boom. There we go. Welcome back to Sunday tier. I am a little bit. Hopefully, I can join for some races as well in the future. But for now, I'm happy here in the comms booth, and we are going to do Suzuka, one of the laser scan tracks. So it's always nice to experience the improved graphics. Just a shame they don't actually fix anything with the gameplay, so the game is still meh, but we move. Uh, uh, and yeah, we are here. It's going to be dry. It's, yeah, we're 15 currently. I think we're supposed to be one more. But the crucial thing is we have no Mr. Bean. That's the one. Mr. Bean, who has been very good. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly as well. Do that. Just quickly see if I can find my phone. Give me 1 second. There we are. I see that there's a few people in the driver's voice chat. So I am going to, maybe jump in there between the quali and the race. Just to get the feelings of everyone. So look out for that. I will have to do that on my phone because Discord is not picked up during streams. So yeah. We are on board with Justin. That was a little bit loud. So here we go. Through turn 18 to set up the lap. Onto the line is a short one. The run to turn 1 is longer. Through turn 1 you go flat almost all the way into the midway part of turn 2. Then you have the wonderful S section of Japan. A lot of load being put through the tires during the race. We might see people struggling with overheating and tire wear. Shocks it through turn 8 and 9. And FPI Agent is disqualified. Oh no. Go through turn 14 now. Through to 130R, which back in the day was very tricky turn, but now not so much. Through the final chicane, and you want to cut the run as short as possible, and at 1:28.7. No clue how that's gonna be. We'll go on board with fast, but we'll keep an eye on the timing board. I also saw that someone left, so I am quickly just gonna see if I can send them an invite. I think it was Quaruma that left. We'll deal with that later. Bass currently 3 seconds off the pace of Joe, who's gone fastest with a 1:28.0. So about 7 times quicker than Justin. Spot up. Does not get the turn in they want. And yeah, takes a trip through the gravels. So we'll be on board with a J Story. Everyone has joined back, thankfully. J Story allegedly purple. Sector 2. Don't know whether I believe that or not. To be out of ERS as well. Cuts the corner a little bit, but it stays legal. It's not gonna be the best lap time. It's a 1:29. Was a second back. Gordsos crosses the line. Probably backed out about midway through, 11 seconds back. So he's going again. Hopefully the Williams gets out of the way. It's an overtake, so he's still there. Misses the apex a little bit, but manages to keep it legal. The car is very grippy. It'll be very interesting to see next year's cars, 2026, of course. New regulation. Hopefully it's not like F1 22. Gordsos goes P7, just behind J Story. So we do have a few drivers on their out laps, but Ramsey is on a E lap and goes fastest, a 1:28.0. To beat that, you almost have to go into the 1:27s. Wonder if Joe can maybe be the first one to do it. 68,000 behind Ramsey. Here we go then, Joe Biden. Oof. Just keeps it legal. And is fastest through Sector 1. What can they do now in Sector 2? Up to one of the few overtaking opportunities on this track, if you can keep it close through the S section. See what they can do now then. Through the chicane comes Joe Biden, absolutely sends it over the curb. And towards the line he goes, and it is going to be P1, a 1:27.6. Joe Biden. Kobe is getting a lovely slipstream, but has to back out. Hopefully that V-carb is also on the lap. I think it's gonna be... It's P2. It's 7.5 hundredths. So there's not that big of a gap. Oh no, that's not good. Come on, boys. That's definitely not good if that was on purpose. Timbra definitely was on a lap based on the ERS. In Martin is pushing. We have Morris on a lap, the Ferrari driver. There's currently P6 in the standings, behind his Norwegian Aston Martin counterpart in Bass and Justin. Both Aston Martin doing very well so far. Yeah, there might have been dazing. I really hope it wasn't on purpose. Because that's definitely not on if it is. Morris comes in, P4, half a second back. So still struggling a little bit with the new game. I say struggling. He's half a second ahead of P6. But yeah, it's not what he used to be. I think he knows that himself. Very quick driver, of course. Let's go with Kwaruma, one of the newer guys. Are you? Actually, no. I thought so. So let's be with Kwaruma. So they found 2.5 temps, a little bit more. I will bring them up just behind Justin. They find some more time. They can and do improve by almost half a second, and thus actually jump Justin as well. You can't be on that. Doors invalid. Not on a lap. As Villeneuve joins us. Villeneuve, of course, as Ursos mentioned, does have league races. just before the PRL ones, so that's why they are a little bit late. So, but still does have time to do a lap or two. Depends on if they want to do 2 runs in a row, or at least with a cooldown lap, of course. You don't have ERS to do 2 push laps these days. Hashtag bring back the good F1 games. Go with Noob, actually, the teammate of Ramsey. So they come out of the S section. 32-0 in the first sector. We have 3 minutes to go. So Gordsos right behind Noob as well. There's Noob allegedly purple through sector 1 and sector 2. I'll believe that when I see it. Decent final couple of turns as well. It's not gonna be purple, but it is gonna be P9. Gordsos has aborted. Does have time to get it turned around, of course. Because this game does not take into account having to fuel up and recharge and all of that jazz. Just in and out. Ramsey, half a second up. That is provisional pole position. Beautiful. A little bit squirrely on the exit, but it is provisional pole position for the German-Canadian Ramsey. 1:27.4. But 1.5 tenths, is that enough? Both Joe and Kobe on outlap. Morris as well. They can find and pull out something out of that Norwegian bag. Meanwhile, we'll go on board with Martin as they are actually on the lap. And then we'll jump aboard Joe and Kobe and Bass. He is absolutely sending it, and I think he has aborted that lap. Ramsey is recharging, could potentially go again. Don't know how the tires are gonna be, but does have the facilities for it. And we'll go on board with Kobe. Kobe currently P3. 76 thousandths behind Joe. 2 tenths behind Ramsey. Can they find that time? Of course, their fastest lap. They were a bit held up a little bit by Tingra at the end as well. So definitely potential there. I think that's a purple sector 1 for Kobe, according to the game. Checkered has fallen. Gordsos will not be better than P11. J-Story up to P7 as well. My throat is absolutely going. And I have no idea why. Here we go, Kobe. Please, 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 Haas. Don't hold him up. He will get some dirty air through 130R. But he does jump out of the way. Kobe through the final chicane. What can they do? Kobe, P2s, 600s behind Ramsey. Here we go then, Joe. What can they do? Morris jumps up to P4. Currently ahead of Bass, the other Norwegian. Joe takes provisional pole, 127.2. But Ramsey can't reply. I think it is going to be Joe Biden on pole position. Bass not on a hot lap. Kwaruma into the box. Spot up. Not on a fast lap. So that is actually it. Joe Biden in the Alpine scores a couple of points and pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. One of the best positions to be in. Because as Will Buxton would say, the other drivers are behind you. Quickly. What we saying, boys? What we saying about that qualifying?
Yeah, interesting.
I will say you are on air, just FYI, guys.
Sorry?
You guys are on air, just FYI.
Oh, yeah, hello.
How do you feel about the qualifying, guys? Depressing. I mean...
It's depressing for Bass. I want to jump off the top of a high rise. Same.
Gordon Saucy,
Yeah, I feel good
P12.
about it. Yes, sir. I feel good about it. It's too bad you pipped me there, but it is what it is. And, terrible for FBI. But I think he will recover.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see a couple of comebacks through the grid, and of course Ramsey battling it out there. I wish you all good luck, and I will see you after the race, maybe.
Okay.
Here we go. A couple of words from the other guy. I hope that was picked up. If that wasn't, well, Bass not that happy with his lap. Currently P5. Gord Sauce, of course, really disappointed, starting P12. And we have FBI agent, of course, starting last. Not what they would have wanted, but it will be interesting to see if they can come through from the back. Ramsey seemed a little bit more upbeat, P2, just behind Joe Biden, of course. I am really impressed by Kobe from Barbados, apparently. In P3 in the other McLaren. But yeah, that is a short summary of what they say, just in case it wasn't picked up. Of course, I had to do that through my phone. But yeah, now we're just waiting for the drivers to get the go-ahead. Now, what will we see from the race? Important decision here. Do you go on mediums? Do you go on hards? Yes, we'll see soon enough as the formation lap is underway. The tires, we have the top three on mediums. We have Morris and Bass, both Norwegians, on the hards. Martin has gone on the mediums. Justin following his teammate on the hards. Story following their teammate Martin on the mediums. Waruma on the hards. Bit of a split strategy then. Justin has left the session. I'll quickly get them a new invite. There you go. We had a bit of a split. There we go. Oh, no. Timgra, Noob, and Gord on the mediums. There we go, Justin's back. Spot up on the hards with Jules, row 7, and the final row 8, Villeneuve and FBI agent, medium for Villeneuve, hards for FBI agent. Now let's go on to position changes, just so it's a little bit easier to see what happens at the start. And I've completely forgotten to turn on the lap. Actually, do we really need the lap data? I don't think so. Let's try without it. We're gonna jump on board with Joe, who's lining up. I will be 1 second. There we go. Had to get myself a lot more comfortable. Here we go, then FBI agent taking their spot on the inside, going up to turn 1. Here we go then. The five relays are on. It is lights out and away we go. Ramsey has a pretty decent start, but I think Joe has done enough to keep it and leave some space, as the Ferrari of Morris has a pretty bad exit through turn 2, and Martin up 2 places up to P4. Kobe closing up, but we have some battling. Justin again leaving the session. Justin struggling right now. And I thought Gorsos was going to go around the outside of Noob. Couldn't quite do it. Oh, there is something. Might have been a braking marker. Braking board or something like that. But Gorsos up to P10. Pretty decent start. Justin. There we go. We have Kobe up to P2 right now. Joe Bynum is absolutely gone. Kobe up to P2. Ramsey down to P3. Under a little bit of threat as well from Martin. Not too far off the Williams driver. It's not going to be enough to go through the chicane, I don't think. No, even though they closed up a little bit more as well. Bass under pressure from Story. Lord Sauce right now having a wonderful view of Noob, who is right on the back of Timgra. Couldn't quite do it. Here we go though. FBI agent and Kwaruma. And FBI agent has to back out. FBI agent currently up 4 positions. J Story still right on the back of GK Bass. Wonder if we're gonna see some sort of attempt. Actually, we are, but not from the guy we thought. Noob had a great run. Will go around the outside, but will not have the grip. So there we go, the possible race strategies. They are thinking 2 stops, medium soft or hard medium softs. I would actually not be too surprised if we saw 2 sets of hards being used. Ramsey having a little look. Kobe going on the defensive. I will wait. On to the straight. DRS in full force. And there we go. Ramsey back up to P2. But 2.5 seconds. Noob also making the move up. Both horses gaining a position at the beginning of lap number 3. J Story had a decent race so far, or decent sort of. I was gonna say weekend, but decent Sunday so far, I guess. Not too bad qualifying in a alright race so far. Staying in P8. Having a look at Noob and Bass. Oh, Noob had a look at the inside. GK Bass said, absolutely not. Here is a door in your face. Noob had to back out of that move. Morris gonna go for it here. No, not quite. Morris, of course, looking to gain back that position that Martin has stolen from him. Ramsey picking up the fastest lap of the race so far, catching Joe Biden by quite a lot this lap, as Morris up to P4, sorry. As Noob also makes their way past GK Bass. So Noob making a move every lap so far. People are doing surprisingly well with staying in the dirty air. FBI agent. Oh, that's someone. That's Timgra. Yeah, Timgra down to P14 now. Sounds better. And decides against going for the move straight after losing the position. Has since gained up to P13 at least. But yeah, everyone's doing surprisingly well with staying in the dirty air. Ramsey and Kobe, slowly but surely, is actually catching Joe. So we might see some action for the race lead. Not quite this lap. Kobe does have DRS and Slipstream, can't quite do anything. Meanwhile, Morris back down to P5 as Martin overtakes. Gord Sauce and FBI agent sneaks through on Story. Both with pretty bad qualifyings. Of course, a track that's pretty difficult to overtake. They've done very well so far. FBI agent up 7 positions, Gord Sauce up 4. They are now behind Noob, who's also gained 4. This, of course, pressing Bass for that P6. let's go on board with Jules. Has actually lost a lot of time, so we'll go on board with Kobe, who has made their way up to P2 and also into the DRS of Joe Biden. So here we go. I'm also going to just change this to the tires, because we now don't really care how they done from the start. As Morris makes it up to P4 and Noob back up to P6 as well. We're gonna keep an eye on these front three guys. Kobe catching up to Joe. He's been able to just manage everything right now. So should be in a better position than Kobe and Ramsey. Kobe is really pushing as well. Really pushing Joe. I will say to the guys behind, I am sorry if I am not capturing you. I'm trying to acknowledge you make moves. But right now, yeah, we have a battle for the lead. We have to kind of stay on this. Here we go then. To the straight we go. Bit of moving around on the straight, and it is enough. Kobe has to stay behind for another lap. Or if they can find somewhere else to make this move. As FBI agent up to P8 goes past Gordsauce. Gordsauce on those mediums, FBI agent on those hards, and I think that was Jules making a position up on spot up as well, P13. Justin, has he not been able to make it back? I'll just put in a quick invite to him, just in case he wants to join back. You never know, it could be safety cars. Joe Biden had a very good run through the final chicane, but he's being caught up now by that McLaren. But it's not enough. Joe Biden just has that edge to stay ahead. That Alpine engine, or Renault engine, sorry, doing wonders. Ramsey sitting comfortable. Well, that's 7.5 tenths behind, just on that edge of dirty air. Just being able to protect everything. Catches up a little bit. Renault engine doing wonders. Words that have never been said before. That is way too true. I think the last time was when Fernando Alonso won the championship in a Renault car. That was not yesterday. Let's see if that Renault engine can keep him ahead once again. I don't think so. Kobe is a lot closer than he has been last couple of laps. We do have a new race leader in Kobe from Barbados. As Jules picks up a 3-second time penalty. We are probably gonna see a couple of those as well. But I do also think we could see a few no penalty points as well. So we have someone cheering for Martin in the chat. Martin currently P5. He's doing quite well, just on that edge of the DRS. Morris's hard tires starting to come into play here against Martin. But I do think Martin might miss out on DRS this lap, but we'll get into it next lap because Morris will be stuck behind Ramsey, Joe, and Kobe. BI agent. They're gonna try to make that move. No. Stay behind. Trying some alternative lines. And we do have the first one to box. Joe Biden going for that undercut. Ramsey. Elevated to P2. Got a pretty big run on Kobe, but didn't quite do anything. Where does Joe come out? Just behind Spot Up. That is not what they need. Wonder if Kobe and Ramsey are gonna see that and go, oh no, Ramsey! Ramsey loses P2 to that mistake. And that is now Morris in P2 in the Ferrari. FBI agent has made it up to P5. Joe Biden gets it on the inside. And is now on the hunt of the other Ferrari, Jules, who of course has that time penalty of 3 seconds. It's not going to come into effect right now though. Gordsauce has boxed for a set of softs and has come up to P13 after passing Villeneuve. And we now have Ramsey and Kobe into the box. Question is, where do they come out? Hards for Ramsey. Hards for Kobe. Joe does get out just ahead. So even being held up in traffic, that undercut was enough to get out into a net P1. So I wonder now what is gonna happen. Noob also on the softs, also just ahead of Villeneuve. Jay Story. Quite close to the Mercedes of Quaruma. Have we had any safety cars so far? I actually don't think so. Of course, Monaco being Monaco, but I don't think we've had any safety cars actually. Couple of boxers as well. It's currently Joe, Ramsey, Kobe. All three from the mediums to the hards. Morris currently in the lead on set of hards as well. Of course, hasn't boxed yet. Just gonna have a little look here. Noob really putting the pressure on for Gord Sauce. English is tricky sometimes. You can see Kobe being able to stay a lot closer to Ramsey than Ramsey is able to stay to Joe, as Martin comes into the box now. We've done pretty much half the race now. Oh, something has happened. I wonder if there was some contact between Joe and Ramsey, because they were both very slow. And Kobe has taken P1. So we see Noob getting ahead up into P9 as well. That's an P5, I think it is, or 4? Oh, P5, P5. So Martin is currently out in P4 net. Is a few seconds behind, about 4.5. But on fresher hards, so it'll be interesting to see come the end of the race if they can do anything there. You see Kobe go a little bit defensive into the final chicane. Joe, it's a horrendous chicane, and ends up wide a ways behind, but has some serious overspeed. What has he done to that Renault engine? Oh, Ramsey has a big snap as well. But Joe Biden turns up that Renault engine to max and is actually passed up into a net P1. Of course, they don't want to battle too much. Don't want to let Morris into the game. Kobe maybe try to fake Joe. Joe not biting even for a second. But Kobe is able to stay so close. Takes that inside line and is ahead before turn 1 even begins. Now they are catching up to a lapped Justin, who has had troubles this race, unfortunately, with being able to stay in the session. I think the hard runners like Morris and FBI Agent probably starting to think about that pit stop now. Maybe needs just a couple of more laps, but with a lighter car, it should be possible. It's just a question about how fast the tires are going to be from the end of the race. So we'll get a beautiful onboard from Ramsey as Joe again. It's a pretty bad chicane, but then that Haas just not able to get up to Joe. That Renault engine really giving its worth today, as we do have a spot up, dropping places left, right, and center. Also struggling on the softs. We'll have to stop again. Wonder if they're gonna go for mediums or hards. Maybe even a softs if they have that available. And Kobe has actually managed to pull a big gap now on Joe. Seems to be struggling a little bit in this phase of the race. Was struggling as well. In the first phase, as Morris now bites the bullet, comes in. The Agent stays out another lap. Here comes Kobe. Kobe with the fastest lap of 1:30.8. And down the inside goes Ramsey into turn 1. Morris 2.5 seconds behind on the mediums now. He's gonna be able to push up to Ramsey and Joe. Question is anyone, as GK Bass gets 3 seconds, is anyone gonna be able to catch Kobe? Is the question. And again, Joe Biden dropping out of DRS of the guy ahead. Ramsey now over a second ahead of Joe. Ramsey 1.5 behind Kobe. Seems to be catching, so I do think Ramsey will be able to come back. The Agent was about 4 or 5 seconds behind Morris. So it's gonna be behind Martin. Should come out ahead of Bass. They put on a set of medium tires. Ramsey picks up the fastest lap of the race with a 1:30.1. Where does FBI Agent come out? He's out in that gap. A couple of seconds behind Martin, but a handful of seconds ahead of GK Bass. Ramsey has also managed to catch up to Kobe. So with 10 laps to go, or 9 and basically a half of this figure of 8 track, we're now hopefully gonna see a straight battle for the lead between Kobe and Ramsey. We do also have Morris on the hunt. Has made it into the DRS of Joe Biden. Actually gets pushed outside of it, so does need to push back into it. It does look set and done to get that DRS now. But as you can see, in the foreground, Ramsey closing up on Kobe. Slides over the curb a little bit. Kobe has to better run. There's a lot of yellow flags after Spoon. Bass. Oh, well, that's the answer to that. GK Bass has no front wing. Oh, that must be. Oh, it does. I do wonder if Bass. Bass does stay for now. Love to see it, of course. Gortzos up to P11 with that. So one position off or ahead of where they started. Bass down to... Oh, as Kobe makes a mistake, he goes wide and Ramsey picks up the lead of the race. And now the Ferrari of Morris peeks up his head and says hello there. Oh, it's very close to Kobe. And I think we might see Ramsey fall down to P3 here. But who is going to take the lead? He does back out, so Kobe takes the lead. Morris up to P2 and Ramsey down to P3 as FBI agent up to P4. A very impressive recovery from FBI agents, showing how quick they can be. Joe has boxed again for a set of mediums. Comes out P6 ahead of Story. And is quite far behind Martin. Unless something happens, they should end up in P6. Morris and Ramsey battling as Kobe is pulling away now. But they won't get back into the DRS. I think Jules struggling. Morris has a little bit of a lag back and will have to back out as FBI agent sets a 129.3. That is impressive. Very impressive lap from the American, who might not be satisfied with P4. Only 3 seconds behind, you know, from Morris. Morris and Ramsey on that edge of DRS to Kobe. Jules retires, that's in the pits. think Morris decided to back off. Oh, lovely. Cars making it back onto the track. You love to see it. Tim Graham box as well. Is it a soft, actually? Yes, it is. There's a set of softs for Team Gra. That's 10 seconds to spot up. Kobe still keeping the guys behind, just far enough behind as well. They don't have DRS, and they catch back up on the straight and do actually get DRS. See in the background as well. If I could, I would put on the Jaws music. And Morris up to P2. Does not want to be FBI's first victim in this top 3. Last time I won 30.9 from FBI agent. If we go and look at Ramsey, 131.9. So he caught a second last lap, and he is within a second this lap. FBI agent, is he gonna go and do a last to first? That would be one impressive feat. On a track where it's difficult to pass on the best of days, we might actually see P16 to P1. Of course, he DSQ'd in the qualifying for blocking the pit lane, started dead last, and since then has just pushed, but also been very clever with his driving. Now we might see moves happen. Morris right on the back of Kobe. Kobe taking that inside line, but Morris is faster and gets ahead up into P1. Be very interesting to see. Oh, never mind. FBI agent gets the move done a lot earlier than I expected to. Of course, those horns are quite old. So Kobe struggling on traction as well. Straight line speed is still there for the McLaren, who pulls away from FBI agent and stays P2. Question is, can they keep up? 3 laps to go. Morris. Gortsos has made it up to P10 and is behind their teammate Koruma, their reserve teammate, of course. Koruma also with a penalty. Will end up behind Gortsos right now. I think that might even be a 10. Just look at how close FBI agent is able to stay. Yeah, the hard to medium strategy is actually looking like it's been the better one. As Ramsey is falling away a little bit. As well as to claw his way back into the DRS. FBI agent just takes a little bit of a more elevated line to get a better run out onto the final straight. Looks to the outside. Hopefully it didn't get any grass on his tires. Oh, he's given some space. A little bit of argy-bargy. And Kobe is able to keep P2 for now. The crucial thing is, we're on the penultimate lap. And Morris is now quite a bit ahead. 8 tenths. To be exact, how much ERS do they have left? I'm obviously not gonna say, just in case the drivers are listening, but you guys did see, if you looked at their steering wheels. And Morris is out of, has pulled himself out of the DRS. Kobe has to go defensive again, and now FBI agent pulls himself ahead. But is it too little too late? Is he gonna get DRS? I think he is. Or is he? Let's see. Yes, he does. But a second back. Just quickly gonna have a look at this battle for P4. Ramsey can't quite get close enough. FBI agent has less than a lap to figure something out to get ahead of the Norwegian of Morris, currently in the lead. The penalties, and yes, Koruma does have a 10-second, so we'll drop 2 places. Gortsos has dropped off Koruma. It's 2 seconds back now. I think Justin and Villeneuve having a little bit of a battle. Obviously I lapped Justin. I think he's a lap behind everyone. And Joe Biden picks up 3 seconds. Kobe picks up 3 seconds, and that is a relief for Ramsey, who is going to be able to pick up P3. But who is going to win? Morris ahead. Coming into the final chicane, is FBI agent going to be close enough? He shapes up the move, but he doesn't go for it. Sensible. Tries to get a better run. But Morris is going to be able to cross the line in P1 and win the Japanese Grand Prix. Ramsey gets ahead up into P3 as well, across the line. And I think that was Bass or Villeneuve spinning across the line. Martin comes across the line in P5. Joe Biden is gonna trundle into P6. Probably gonna be a little bit disappointed with this race, how it turned out. Is gonna be able to keep ahead of Story. And I agree with you, Hoop, that it's been an incredible race. Story up. Gets P7 in the end, new P8. Koruma gets P9, and Gortsos P10 on track, but Koruma, of course, is going to drop down to P11. A spot up gets that P10. Timgra actually cuts the corner and comes across the line. P12. That is it. The Japanese Grand Prix. Wow, what a race. Let's see. Race winner is Morris. Everything else goes to FBI agent, except for cleanest driver actually as well, who goes to spot up in the other Sauber. I would agree with driver of the day going to FBI agent. 16th to P2 around Japan is incredible. Let's see if the guys are up for a little bit of a chat. Just gonna.
We're in the same boat.
Hello, boys. How was that?
Hello, girl.
I love you too, Bass.
You're welcome.
I saw you without
yeah,
a front wing, Bass. How did that happen?
A fast car plus wall equals no wing.
That is fair enough, to be fair.
Yeah, just one of those today.
Yeah, Japan, it will bite you back sometimes.
Yeah, well, usually it goes well, but not this time. But it's good to get this one out early. So the rest of the season, only podiums, I swear.
Yeah, it's a long season, so you still have a chance, of course. Everyone else, what did you guys think of the race today?
I think my comment at the end of quality stuck. Had a good time. Thanks for having me in Tier 1.
Alright, I'll let you guys go back to chatting utter bullshit about me. Enjoy. Alright, a few words at least from the drivers. Hopefully that was picked up. Yeah, that has been Japan. Just gonna have a quick look at the calendar, see where we are going next, because I don't actually know. Next week we are. The next race in season 14 is obviously midweek on the Wednesday. It is in Abu Dhabi, so hopefully we have a stream for that. We have had quite a few streams, so we might see that. Next weekend, where hopefully I'm doing comms again, is Silverstone in reverse. So, yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting. But that has been it. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see next weekend. But until then, and of course, join us on the Wednesday as well, if you can, or at least watch it back on our YouTube channel. But yeah, it's been your boy, Jesper, and I will be back from Performance Racing League next weekend. Until then, take care, everyone. Enjoy your night, and a goodbye from me. Bye.